Hi, I'm Patrick van der Meer, Visualcoach, and I made a mess of my Ubuntu installation with NGINX and the RTMP module. Actually, I didn't get there. Well, not in video. So if you looked at the previous videos in this playlist, you might have learned a lot, just like I did. However, when I was trying to build packages from GitHub, I made a combination of that. I got it sort of to work, but it was such a mess. And it didn't work the easy way. So every time I tried to start NGINX, I missed, I had to go to folders, really different folders than where I intended to have everything. So I made a mess of things. Good. This is a fresh install, so welcome. So let's just ignore all of this quickly. Remember, the white mouse is my Windows mouse and the black mouse is my Ubuntu Linux mouse. So next. Yes, we share everything, finish, done. Okay, so where do we start? We had the need of a terminal, so we pinned it to the dashboard. So we have it over here. We will have the need of whatever. No, nothing else here for now. So close this. Yeah, we can open terminal. And as this is a fresh install, the first thing that you do is clear. So you have a nice, clear. There we go. Clear. We'll make this a little bit bigger, so whatever we type would be visible properly. And the first thing you want to do is update your installation. So it's a sudo, and then an apt update. So you just get a list of things that can be updated. You have to log in, of course. There's a way to avoid that you have to type your password anyway, every time, but then you have to, in the end, you have to redo it. So I just type my password whenever it is asked for. All right. 44 packages can be upgraded. Run app list upgradable. So that's the text over here. So if you want to see that, that's fine. But I'm gonna do an update. Upgrade, that's what it's called here. So sudo apt full upgrade. You can also just type upgrade, but then any dependencies and such are maybe not handled properly. So full update will do the trick. Yes. And after this, we do a quick reboot. I'll pause the video so you don't lose time. So if you're doing this yourself, you can pause this video that you're looking at now. So reload. No, sorry. That's reset. Reload. Reload. Whatever. No. Reboot, of course. Reboot. That's the word. Reboot. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So this video was cut a little bit. We are in the reboot screen and I'm logging in again, so I should see my screen in a few seconds. I'm looking at my laptop, which is copied over here. There it is. And I put in a USB stick with the commands that we need in a second. So if I just go in here, and I have this nice little text. You can see how few how to call it commands these are. Let me see. Let's get the spell checker out and let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see what we are doing. This is actually after the update and the full upgrade. That's what we've done. We're not installing Vim. What an awful program is that. But we are going to install Visual Studio. It's called differently over here. Visualcoach. So that's simply going in here. And no, my mistake. We're not going in there. We're going in here where the bright orange A is the App Center. And in the App Center, we're going to do Visualcoach. And that's a nice editor for all kind of code that you want to write. So you might as well just get it in here. Install. Passwords. Yep, of course. And just as with Nano, the normal editor that we use for this kind of stuff, the editor that you see in all these videos, you can still use that as well. So that's fine. But in this case, I have Visualcoach code. Probably I was tempted by the name, probably. Yeah, that's fine. And there is nothing to edit yet, so we're just going to leave this open in the background. And we're going to do open the terminal. So remember, the terminal is something that you can pin over here. Do that. And the next command is over here. Installing the NGINX again, just like in the, I think in the third video that we did that. So we're just gonna copy this and then gonna paste it. Oh, well, that didn't work. You know what? I'll just type it. Sudo. Still didn't master copying and pasting properly in Linux. NGINX and then NGINX. Library. Library NGINX minus mod, and then minus RTMP. So it's installing NGINX with the library for the live streaming. Great, let's do an enter. Password. Oh, I didn't do that right, I think. There we go. Yes. And this is about all you need over here. It will have a standard config file already installed. So now you can do the Nano. And you know what? I'll do that first. And after that, I will roll mouse, my Windows mouse. So we're going to do a sudo nano. And then in this folder, etc /etc/NGINX. There's a file in the NGINX, named NGINX, NGINX.conf. That stands for config. And if you open that, then you get to see this. Let me open it completely. Roll mouse. And you scroll down, you see already some configuration. This is already loaded. So if I now open the Firefox web browser, freshly installed again. So that's close some pages. And there's no firewall on or whatever. So this would actually work from any other machine if you know the IP address of this machine. So with local host, this is just on the Linux machine. You can see, yes, there is a web page. Welcome to NGINX. NGINX is running, the default NGINX. So this is not the RTMP module, or actually it is there, but it is not activated. So we can kill this. We're not going to show this from with the IP address. You can look it up in the other video. I will maybe do it later. So just quick. So this is also something that we're not going to use. So there's a Control X to close this. And we are going to use Visualcoach. Yeah, that's the name. Visualcoach, and open the file that we need. It's in the same folder, of course. So if you do open file, you will have to go to the file system. So other locations, computer, you go to the etc folder. There you look for the NGINX folder. It's a little down over here. NGINX, where are you? Here you are. Yep. NGINX, and there's a config file called NGINX config, this file. And when you open this, yep, it says, hey, listen, you want to have untrusted files? Yes, of course. Remember, my decision for all my workspaces is my machine. I will decide what to do, okay? Open. So, it's opened. And I see that we also have a walkthrough. We can close this. So this is the editor that we're going to use. And the fun thing of this is that with all the brackets that we see, that they are color-coded. So there's slightly more insight in what is going on. Okay, what we need to do. And we can forget about this part of the code. We're not doing a mail server. We can actually just go below that and say RTMP space, and then we're gonna open brackets. Good. And here we're gonna add a server space, open brackets, and in there we're gonna have some code. Oh, now I have to think. So we have to listen to port 1935. Okay, where's my semicolon? It has to be there. Yeah, semicolon. We have a chunk size of the data that comes in. Size of 4096. Semicolon. Okay. Then we're going to do an application live and an open column after a space. Right. So this live is sort of this word live over here means the part in the address where you send the live stream. So just so you know. Now you could take it on a name. Yes, I guess you could name it anything, but live is great. Even YouTube does it. You will see it in a second. So, well, then it says live on. We want to have it on. And we're making a restreaming server. So we're not going to record anything. We're just going to pass it through. So record is off. And then the stream that comes in needs to be pushed. So we're going to push it to an address of YouTube, RTMP. Now, where do you get this? Okay, this is what you get from, I can show you here. This is something that you can get, no, not over here. I cannot show it to you unless I drag it in the screen. Yes, so this is my Windows machine and I have a browser opened here. This is my studio, my dashboard for live streaming, and there is an address over here, this address, followed by a key, and that's this key. Right, so you're not gonna see my key, well, unless I'm a bit sloppy, but then I will set a new key. So this is plain as simple. So that's a.youtube.com And then it says, oh, I missed the word RTMP. Oops. RTMP dot slash live 2 slash. And now you get to enter the key. So I'm going to fake a key. I'll change it when you don't see it. And then close it with a semicolon. And after that, you're going to just save this. So file, save. And then it says here, fail to save, retry as sudo, yes please. Trust workspace and continue. Enter my password. And authenticate. Now it's saved. Now I can close this window. And we're done. In the next video, we're actually gonna stream to this machine. No, actually we're gonna do that now. Why not one long video? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? So let me pause this for a second to get the right key in. Okay, I quickly paused the video and came back. Hello. And I have changed my streaming address to the proper address. Now we need to reload NGINX. Great. Well, I said that I already had all these commands prepared, so let's see what it is, how you do that. So this is actually that you have to start the service, the NGINX service, to restart after you have edited the config. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller again, so there's nothing behind me. And we're going to do a sudo service NGINX restart. Now, sometimes the machine starts to complain, and then you have to type a sudo system control daemon minus reload. That's over here. But you can actually read that in the error that you get. So in this case, I have restarted this and everything should be working fine. And now you need to know the IP address. We already had that done earlier. Let's do this, do a clear over here. So we have a nice clean window again. And then we do a ifconfig. In my case, I didn't install that yet, but in the other videos, if you follow those other videos, you have it. So you can, you don't have to do it again. I type simply a sudo apt install NetTools. And then if you do an inf, let me wait a second, in config, sorry, in config, then you get a whole list with all the IP addresses, and when you scroll up you can see the IP address of the local machine over here, which is in this case, that is in this case 203 in the end. Where did I read it? Oh, here, yeah, here is it, here is it. So enet, and that's my local address of this Ubuntu machine. So this is what I'm going to use for OES to get a stream going into the other machine, the thing. And before I go to do that, then it will show up here in the dashboard as live stream, and then this button live will go on. So actually we can leave that over here. Let's just do that. Sample that so you can see what's going on. Top chat, no, that can be closed. Can I close that? No, I don't know how. Can I? No, I cannot change the size as well. So now I'm going into my OBS. This is all on my Windows machine. So this is a different machine. It's not in the background. So over here, we're going to the settings. And in these settings, we're going to look at the stream. So you type in the RTMP : // and then the IP address /live. And because you want to have every stream separately recognized, later on you will have a stream key over here. This is something that you can type. I just typed OBS. It can be anything. You can make it as simple as and as hard as you want. I like simple. And then OK, and if that's done, you can start streaming. And when you do that, this should be relayed to the machine in the back. So let's do this. Let's do this other camera. Yeah, 2 cameras, two faces. Okay. After a few seconds, this should. Oh, look over here. Go live. And here is the video shown. So that's actually quite awesome. Let's do this bigger. See that? Ooh, yay. So there it is. That's the live stream. Yeah. What else is there to say? Not much. If I change it, it's an example. So let's go back all the way back over here. So if I wave, there's a slight delay. There's a slight delay probably for the waving to go on over here, which is all normal. So yeah, nothing else to see here. Done. Works. In the next video we're going to do port protection again. If you already followed it, then you might not have the result. So if you didn't have a clean install like me, then you might not have the same result, which is fine. But then you have to go back and open the ports. You know what? I'm here anyway. Let's simply do that. So let's do that. Let's open the ports first. Put on a firewall and then open the ports. And then probably I will see that there will be like a delay over there somewhere. Oh boy. Yeah, where do I start? Okay, so the commands for the firewall. That's what we are doing. The command for the firewall was sudo ubuntu firewall ufw and then enable. So enable means that now I cannot enter anything anymore. So the stream could be blocked. So to enter a firewall, we have to enter port 80 for the website and port 1935 for the stream. So let's see how to do that. That's going to be a sudo port number. So that is something like allow port 80, and we do a comment, and that's simply to have all the rules easily recognized. That's for the HTTP. Close. So enter that. That's going to be a new rule. Hey, that takes longer than I expected. Why? Well, I'm not sure why, but I think I made a typo over here. How do you get out of here? Control and okay. Coward. This coward is going to close this window. Then we're going to do it again. So sudo ufw enable was already done, so we're gonna allow port 80 comments. No, that's wrong. HTTP as a rule name, and then hit enter. Ah, that's what I wanted. So we have one rule added. Let's do another one now for the other port. That's port 1935. And that's going to be our D. So we have two rules added. If we want to see all the rules, we just gonna have a command for that as well. That command, what was that? Well, I have to look it up in the other video. So having all this would actually still be able to just open a web page like we did before. Type the address over here in the Windows, on the Windows machine, 19. Oh, there it is. And yeah, so that is okay. There's no security. Well, there's no HTTP security, no certificate, but there is at least port protection. So that's good, and everything still works. So for now, I like to check that one more time in this page as well. So let's see if the connection is still there, because I am now with all these ports. We might need to reboot actually, because you see now the connection here it's bad, so we cannot go. So what with the ports that we did, I think a reboot would be a good plan. Let's simply do that. Firewall. Oh boy, too much windows on top of each other. Restart. Next time I type the other command. Actually, I can just leave this over here. Oh, restart. Yeah. Restart. So this window should actually then recover when the laptop is rebooted again. And I can already see the light went out on here on live, going live. So the server is not working anymore. This should just pop on again after the machine is rebooted. So you can see in the background it is starting to work. The screen is coming up over here. You will not see the login screen because it's like a sort of dual screen things. Reconnection successful, it goes on. So even if I didn't enter my password in the laptop, it still, when it was rebooted, it still started streaming again. So that's also nice. And remember, with the restream, you can put as many restream addresses in there, so you can stream to 3 different YouTube channels the same video, and also you could do things like stream to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the same time. The machine won't mind. There's not much strain on the machine to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's open this again. It's going to be a long video now. there, and the password for the laptop. And get all of this out of the way. And then we're going to look at the resources. This is the old laptop. The laptop is a HP Hewlett Packard NV X360 convertible. So that's a laptop that you can fold and have a touchscreen. But it is 9 years old. So it's an i5, that's true. I put in an SSD drive. It only has 4 GB of RAM memory. So I think, if I remember correctly, we have something that can see the resources. System monitor, that sounds good. Okay, system monitor, takes some time. I told you it was an old laptop. Doesn't like me. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's opened. So over here we might see some resources, things that are being used. So the CPU is at 13%. Oh, the 4 cores. Oh, every core is about, oh, here, there's a nice graph. 20% for running the operating system and running the streams. Memory swap, the memory is stable at 50%. So 1.9 gigabytes of the 4 gigabyte memory is being used. And over here we see the network usage, 1.2 megabytes per second. And here we have a disk which is firstly doing nothing because it's just getting stuff in, throwing stuff out. That's a little different when I start to save things, but that's for some other video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to do the thumbs up if you, well, didn't get annoyed too much. It helps spreading the video to others. So all these noobs with Ubuntu, they will have fun with this video and at least see it is possible. What do I want to go next in the other videos? Oh, it's going to be a little bit more. I'm going to play with HLS and Dash and a player to have a sort of delayed video locally. So this is restreaming to the internet. That's fun. You can actually go in that stream, and then when you have internet. But what if you don't have internet? Can you still use this for some purpose? Yes, I'm using it as a coach for video feedback in my sports. Great. See you later.